EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Lawrence going to put it up right away. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Play action. It's Lawrence. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
Hines now on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Uses the stiff arm. This defense for the Jags, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Second down, another run with 9. He'll get back to the line of and that's it. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
And Mark, 2021 is the season Jonathan Taylor arrived as one of the best backs in the NFL. He became the first Colt to ever win the running back triple crown, leading the league in carries, yards, and touchdowns. He didn't stop there, also leading in first downs, runs of 20-plus yards, and he had the longest run of the NFL season. Simply put, Taylor was the league's best at what he does by almost every possible metric.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
First and 10, Taylor now. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. All-around great play by Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop him for a loss. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Myers' kick is good, and the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? The PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, That gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Etienne bringing in another one. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper in at 2nd and 1. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Back-to-back catches here for Carter. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor his first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Lawrence on third down. Jones has it. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They go play action with Lawrence. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
This pass caught. It's Woods. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll run here with Taylor. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They'll try and run. Taylor. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Off play action. Newton. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Newton on first down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Throwing is Newton. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Colts. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Only 4 sacks for Quiddy Pay as a rookie, but Indianapolis knew he'd need some time to adjust to the league. In his second season, they believe he's capable of double-digit sacks.
Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence, and completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Lawrence. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Patterson's kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown On their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Again, it's Taylor.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That's it. Hey.
They fake the give. Newton. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
20.
To throw is Newton.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he's going to be out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Newton.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, his first rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 24. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence. Screen play. Here's Etienne. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hines. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now it's Newton. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Running right through him. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so...
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Andy. 42 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Back to throw. Newton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try from 28 yards out. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.